Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Where are we going? I'm thinking Amalfi Coast. You guys with me on that? Doesn't that sound fun? And what are we making? We're gonna make a spaghetti alla Nerano, which is really spaghetti with zucchini. And this is awesome and it's delicious. It's a recipe that was shared and I think made popular from the Stanley Tucci program, Searching for Italy. So I'm gonna share with you guys the ingredients, and then my favorite time, we're gonna eat it. And I'm gonna share it with you, though you can't like physically eat it. I wish you could, but we're gonna do that here for you. It's a tough job and somebody's gotta do it. All right, so what do you say? Let's go over ingredients. Let's start having some fun. First thing you're gonna need is some spaghetti. I got about a pound of spaghetti in here. Try to get the Italian-made spaghetti. Basically, it's just gonna be a durum wheat and water. That's all you want, no additives. It's gonna give you a much better flavor to your pasta. Second ingredient, main ingredient, obviously name and marquee, guys, is gonna be zucchini. So you're gonna want 4 zucchini. I feel somewhat intimidated by this. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but all right. So we got four zucchini, fresh. So guys, my Borio family is from northern Italy, and there's a big French influence from northern Italy. So we put butter in everything. So kind of cool. This recipe has butter in it. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of a really good, high quality, high fat content butter. It's time to bring royalty in, guys. The king of cheeses. You know what I mean? Parmigiano Reggiano. So we're gonna use that to finish it off. We're gonna use a fine grater, probably like a couple of tablespoons, tablespoon and a half on each plate. As always, or almost always, we're gonna need some salt. Now today I'm gonna use some pink Himalayan. It's briny, it's earthy, it's a little softer, it's sexy, you know what I mean? And Cooking Italian with Joe, our cooking show is kind of sexy, so you guys know what I'm talking about there. So we're gonna add some sexy pink Himalayan salt. Fresh ground pepper, guys, you gotta have fresh ground pepper. We're gonna finish the dish with some pepper. My favorite, well, I say next to oregano. Oh, aromatic, herbs. Gosh, that is good. Rosemary too. I love rosemary. So we're gonna add some basil, and we're gonna actually finish it with basil. Traditionally, this recipe is gonna be finished with basil. I just love that. I mean, just to put it in the kitchen. Obviously, you think of Capri, which is near Amalfi, right? And it is so great. And then you start thinking about pesto, and we're coming in that time of year. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited. Guys, before we get too far in our video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share our videos with other people, become part of the Cooking Italian with Joe family. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and also hit that notification bell. That way we got anything going on the farm, travel, tips, recipes, it'll come right to your notification box. Next, you're gonna need some oil because we're gonna slice up the zucchini and we're gonna fry it. So you're gonna use about 3.5, 4 cups of oil. Dutch oven would be great, cast iron. Why is that important? It retains the heat so you don't have so much heat fluctuations in temperature when you're putting stuff in and out of it. We're gonna want the golden olive oil, so not extra virgin, where you're gonna want the final pressing almost, which is gonna be yellow, and that means it doesn't have any particulates. It's got a higher temp that you can fry in. Traditionally in the program, they use safflower oil. I'm not a big fan of using seed oil, so we're gonna use a golden olive oil, which will be delicious, and it won't affect the flavor. If anything, it'll enhance the flavor of your zucchini. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna drizzle it with some extra virgin olive oil. Now, I know what you're thinking, geez, it's an Italian dish. You're gonna want the best extra virgin Italian olive oil you could ever get. Where would you go? Anybody new to our channel, I own a villa and a farm in Italy, and we actually make our own olive oil. So we have a grove out there. We co-op with a whole group of farms to bring in some of the best extra virgin, true Italian olive oil you're ever gonna have. I named the company after my 2 sons, Vito and Joe. And you're probably thinking, Joe, I'd love to get that. Where would I go? So you just go to my website, Facebook. You can go to our Instagram page and just click buy now. It'll drop down. You can grab yourself a small, large, few bottles. We'll drop ship it right to your front doorstep. As I say every week, I always think of it as taking a trip to Italy right in a bottle. Couple other things quick, guys. You're gonna need a pot of boiling water, heavily salted, to cook your pasta in. You're gonna need your Dutch oven with 4 cups of oil, hot, about 325, 350 in order to fry that zucchini. Plate, a paper towel, a strainer when you pull the zucchini out to drain. This pan we're gonna use to mix the zucchini and the spaghetti in. Now listen, guys, the most important dish, that's gonna be my pasta plate. That's the one that I'm going to to extract and eat the zucchini pasta with. I want this dish to come out phenomenal, so you gotta cook with the sounds of Frank Sinatra Pandora playing in the background, at least. Dean Martin will work. I'm not saying not to use Dino. And listen, you're gonna need some hungry family members. Hey, I think we're good. What do you say? Let's get cooking. Step number one, prepping our zucchini. Wash and rinse your zucchini off, and then we're gonna take the fork. We're gonna slice this up in 1/4-inch slices. So take your knuckle and your finger, and that way this will be your measuring guide, and then let your knife rest up against your finger or knuckle, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut all the zucchini up just like this. I'll tell you, my grandmother's from Northern Italy, and she used to make a dish very similar to this, and I don't remember what she called it as a kid, but she used to roast the zucchini. So I remember she would cut this in half, she would roast it, put salt and pepper on it, and then when it would come out, she would kind of mush it, mash it, and then she would mix that with the spaghetti, with the pasta. And we made something like that with eggplant quite a while ago. So as I make this, I'm thinking about our next video. Maybe I'll share my grandmother's recipe with you. Now I know what you're thinking, guys. You're thinking, wow, that's a lot of zucchini. Promise you, when you cook this down, you're gonna lose about half, maybe a little bit more of the volume. So there won't be a whole lot left. So I wanna make this easy and safe. I don't wanna damage my clothes or burn my skin. So we got hot oil here. I'm gonna fill a basket filled with zucchini, okay? And then I'm gonna slowly set it in the hot oil. And I'm gonna go one basket at a time. If I try to put it all in there, it'll drop the temperature down and it won't work for you. So just go slowly in, look at that, perfect. And then just make sure everything is spread out perfect. These are thin, and we're looking for golden brown is what we're looking for. Now you see how some of these are browning up really good? They're probably a little thinner, so I'm gonna pull those out. We don't want to make them hard like chips. We still want them kind of soft. And I'm always going to set them right here on my plate. Now look, like I said, that's all our zucchini. See how it cooks down? Isn't that amazing? And see how they're soft? They're not crispy. They're nice and soft. They're going to be kind of mushy. So I want to go ahead and put these in a bowl. First thing I want to do, I'm going to take some of my sexy pink Himalayan sea salt, and I'm going to go ahead and do a light sprinkle right on top of the zucchini. I'd say like a heavy pinch. Before I cover it, because I put a little salt in there, just give it a light stir. Now we're going to let the flavors marry, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Overnight would be ideal, about 2 or 3 hours, and everything's gonna get nice and soft. So go ahead and cover it up. Now guys, we're gonna cover this up. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator. You know, 2 or 3 hours would be great. Overnight would be perfect. And then we're gonna pull it out. We're gonna heat it up, mix it with that spaghetti. Good news, guys, you don't need to wait a few hours. I made some yesterday. Now listen, we're gonna get going on our pasta, and then we're gonna start heating up and cooking our zucchini. I know what you're thinking. You'd love to get this pot. It's actually a Mackenzie Child, of which I'm an affiliate of. So just hit the link below. They've got some great products we certainly love to bring to your kitchen. We're gonna go ahead and put our pasta in, give it a stir, and now real simple, guys, let's get going on our zucchini here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the zucchini, put it right in my pan. I'm gonna throw my 2 tablespoons of butter in, and now guys, give it a nice gentle stir, and we're warming this up. And guys, once this starts to warm and our butter is just starting to bubble, I'm gonna take 2 ladles of our pasta sauce. So again, about 2 cups right in there. Turn your heat down to just a high simmer, and now we're gonna let this warm and cook down as our pasta is cooking. You see all that flavor coming out right there? Oh, is that delicious or what? And guys, we're gonna go about 6-7 minutes, and this will thicken. We're not looking for all the moisture to be gone. We're looking for it to thicken up a bit. Because it's thickened up right now, I'm gonna turn the heat way, way down, just on a very light simmer. Oh, that is just perfect. See how nice and golden and warm, and I'll tell you, the aroma out of there is absolutely fantastic. Now guys, our spaghetti's about a minute or 2 shy of being done, okay? It's kind of a hard al dente, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that right in there. Don't worry about getting a little pasta water in there, that's fine. It'll just add to the sauce. And guys, now what I want to do is I want to cook the pasta in its sauces with that zucchini just for a moment or 2. Now I like to add the pepper now, so I'm going to go ahead and add some fresh ground pepper. I'm going to add just a pinch of my pink sexy Himalayan salt, and I'm going to take my Parmesan Reggiano and just take a light grating of it right now. Now I'm going to turn the heat off. Now let's plate it. Oh, I'll tell you guys, the aroma in here is unbelievable. Traditionally, you're either going to take a Parmesan Reggiano or a smoky provolone, which is really great, and you're gonna do kind of a heavy grate on it, which is great. I like the Parmesan Reggiano. I also sometimes like a Pecorino because it's got a little bit extra salt in it. And guys, we always traditionally finish it with a little Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil. And then you're gonna put your basil. Oh guys, does that look great or what? that. I'm just telling you, man, that's gonna be good. Favorite time? Taste time. Guys, take your tongs and just grab a nice big chunk and then give it a spin. Beautiful. I want that little extra zucchini. Does that make a bad guy out of me? Yes, more cheese, please. And then I'm gonna take a piece of basil. Oh, baby. How good does that look, guys? All right, favorite time, taste time. So I'm gonna take a little of this. Oh, yeah. You ready? You ready for it? Here you go. I wish I could do it for you. You get the olive oil for sure, and you definitely get the zucchini, but it's gentle. It's almost like a gentle, delicate perfume. You got your cheese, and then just a little bit of the aroma of the basil. Absolutely delicious. The pasta, because we have a good quality pasta, the pasta's got a delicious flavor to it, and it absorbs a lot of the flavor from the sauce that we made from the zucchini because we cooked in it. Even better on that second one because I got a big chunk of the zucchini. And there's just layers of flavor. You get the zucchini, the olive oil, the salt, the pepper, a little bit of the butter, and the pasta, and as you keep chewing it, it gets more flavors and it changes the flavor. What a delicious recipe, guys. I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with that dish. Thanks for joining me, guys, to a trip to the Amalfi Coast out in Naples. Now remember, I know what you're thinking, Joe, what do I do now? This is what you do. You hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell. Then you probably want to visit us on our Instagram, our YouTube, our Facebook page, our website. Grab yourself some Vito and Joe's olive oil. Remember to hit our page for our affiliates with Mackenzie Childs as well as Sardel Cookware. And last but not least, guys, and I'll tell you the main reason we do our videos, what started the whole movement, Cooking Italian with Joe, you know, once a week, couple times a month, get around the table with your family, certainly, and you know what you're going to do? You're going to celebrate your heritage, whatever that may be. But more important than that, you're going to set traditions. They'll last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, from my kitchen to yours, until next week, mwah, buon appetito!